Who was my top five? Let's talk about it. Yo, YouTube, it's your boy, Skinny Hardaway, and this is another episode of Retro Heat Check. Checking in one more time for the real hoop heads out there. Definitely appreciate you all for checking in for another episode. Just cracked over 55. Now we're sitting at around 60 subscribers, I think, as last time I checked today. I think we're at 60 subscribers, so that's crazy right there. I mean, it just seems, like I said, it just seemed like yesterday I was like sitting at like 20 and now it's already at 60. So I'm definitely appreciative for everybody just checking me out, giving me a chance. I do a lot of these freestyle videos. I'm trying to work on other things. I'm in the middle of I'm in the middle of a project right now. It hit a little snag. I kind of touched on it briefly last week. Kind of hit a little snag, but like I said, we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it going. And but I'm not gonna, saying just leave you guys hanging without a video. Come on now, man. I'm a little tired. It was a long day at the office. I mean, from the time I sat down to the time it was time for me to go, I was just swamped with just paperwork and going up and down the halls, dropping stuff off, picking stuff up, answering emails, sending emails. It was just one of those Mondays, But here at Retro Heat Check, we play hurt. You already know what it is. We got the spirit of the '90s. You know what I'm saying? Unless we on our deathbed or what I'm saying, something's broken. We're always going to be here. So like I always say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Very much appreciative. Rome was not built in a day, and this channel will not be built in a day. You all know that, and I always try to stress that, not just for you guys, but also for myself, because sometimes sometimes YouTube, when you're starting off, it can be frustrating, but if you come in with the right mindset, just know that it's steady. It's a steady progression. Some people look and think like, why isn't my video sitting at 1,000 views and 1,000 subscribers and all that? Like, some people got the juice like that. Some others, some got to get the grind on, and I'm part of the latter. So every day, every video, I just want to progress and get a little bit better. Get to the point where I get better equipment so I can do better as far as like graphics and things like that, and videos and all kinds of stuff like that, editing and stuff. Like right now, I'm just trapping off of CapCut on my phone. I'm just trapping off the mud, but I do what I can, and I think I do a decent enough job. I mean, it's passable. It's not the greatest, but I make it do what it do. But like I said, enough about me, man. We just want to just keep it light this week. I just want to just keep it light this week. I with the I'm done with the '90s going on. We still 10 toes down on that. You already know what it is. None of that has stopped, but I just wanted to just keep it a little light today. Just wanted to, I kind of wanted to, instead of just, get my blood pressure, get my blood pressure up, what I'm saying, get angry and all that. I just wanted to just, I don't know, I just wanted to just do something light and we was talking, I know that, throughout the Sundays, on Michael Jordan fans are the best, and and whoever, whatever channel that you go through as far as getting into the live, whether it's Sports and Fitness Rants, which is usually the channel I go through, or Uncommon Sense, or um, I forget who the other guys are, like Hoop God and all those guys. Um, oh man, where are my manners? Shout outs to all you guys, man. Shout outs to all the brothers, man. Shout out to all the brothers in this fight with me. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to my 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 bro. You know what I'm saying? Sport and Fitness Rants. Shout outs to Angry O Hoops. Shout outs to Uncommon Sense. That's a good brother right there. Shout outs to oh man, please don't let me space on nobody's names. Uncut Hoops, I'm so sorry. Uncut Hoops, Phenomenal Fitness, Jordan versus LeBron, Scap Attack. You already know I love Scap Attack's channel, man. Shout out to Hoop God. Shout out to Michael Jordan fans are the best. Um, I mean, shout outs to Prince. Shout out to Prince. Shout out to his channel. Hey man, that's a dude right there. He is very entertaining, man. I love his channel. Check out Prince on his channel. You already know what it is. Prince, if you're watching, drop your, you know what I'm saying, you can plug your stuff on here too, man, because I definitely enjoy your channel, enjoy your content. But yeah, man, these guys stand up for you guys, and you guys stand up with us as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, we're gonna battle these narratives because, man, the nonsense is getting out of hand. It's getting ridiculous. But like I said, man, we're gonna keep it light today. And today I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna reveal my top five of all time. And I don't know, my criteria is a little bit different than my criteria is a little bit different than everybody else's, because a lot of people, they just go by who's the best player. Me, I guess because I don't know, I guess I was obsessed as a kid and going into my teenage years. I guess I was just more obsessed with the formal, you know what I'm saying, the format of basketball, as far as like the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5. And that's just how, I always looked at it. So um my view of my top five is, who's the best 1, who's the best 2, who's the best 3, who's the best 4, and who's the best 5 of all time. And that's where I go with my top five. And throughout the week, I want to do just keep it light, just keep it easy this week. Have some debates. I want to get the debates going. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some debates going. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some real interaction. So let's start off with my top five, and you may agree, you may not agree. You can drop your own top five. Hey man, all is welcome. All is welcome. Just as long as it's respectful. Just as long as you keep it respectful. All right. And we ain't gonna have no problems. Keep it respectful. But yeah, like I said, man, I just go by, some others, they just go by just best players. Me, I kind of go by position. You know what I'm saying? Like who's the best at these positions, and then I just go from there. Yeah, but that's my top five. It's not actually my, who would I would say would be like my favorite top five, but I would just say this is the top five in my opinion. I think that this is the top five. And I will start off with the honorable mention slash six man, and that is one, Kobe Bean Bryant. I definitely got him as my sixth man. I mean, he is the second greatest shooting guard of all time. I think he's the great. I think that it's up there between he and Magic Johnson for the greatest Laker of all time. I think Kobe Bryant was a player who I think defined a generation. I think he submitted himself among, the pantheon of great NBA players. I think that he submitted himself as one of the best sportsmen to ever grace the planet Earth and grace the athletic community. Kobe Bryant, I mean, straight out of high school, straight out of Lower Marion. Um, man, just came in. He had a shaky start. A lot of people was hating on him, including me. I hate to say it, man. I was not a Kobe fan. I was cool with him until Eddie Jones got traded. I think that's I think after Eddie Jones got traded, man, I was just like, man, fuck Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, but I could not deny his skills. I could not deny the talent, and it just seemed that as the years progressed, he went from that cocky ass rookie who was airballing in the playoffs to a guy who was finishing first team all NBA, first team all NBA defense. In a few years later, he was hoisting his first NBA championship, and then his second, and then his third. You know what I'm saying? And just the moments that he had on his way to collecting two more later on in his career after leaving Shaq, which I think was the true testament of his career, was because a lot of people put those first three, they was like, oh man, you only won those because Shaq. And he had, the issues with Colorado and just dealing with team turmoil post Shaq, the teammates that he had, having to go at it alone. It seemed like a lot of nights him feeling like he had to put the team on his shoulders every night and put in Herculean efforts uh, to get a win. And he showed, man. He took what Michael Jordan gave him, man, and he took it, and it became his own. With the 81 points at those moments. Just the dunks. Oh man, the bodies that he's got when he dunked on Ben Wallace his rookie year, when he dunked on when he dunked on Dwight Howard. Ooh, that was nasty. When he dunked on KG, the dunk in New York, the dunk in the Garden when he went baseline. So many dunks. I mean, it's like the 60 points his final game. I mean, it was just like everything that he did was just like it was just dope, and as he grew and matured into the player that he became, the basketball sage that he became, it was like my respect and admiration for him grew. And I'm glad that I was able to have my mind be changed by Kobe Bryant. And when he passed, man, it really sucked. It really stung. But that's my sixth man right there, Kobe Bean Bryant. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Top five. Top five. Top five. All right. My top five is at number 5, power forward, greatest power forward of all time, Tim Duncan. Yes, the 5-time NBA champion, Tim Duncan. Big fundamental. Big, you can't stop him. Big, I'm gonna kill you with the blank stare. AKA One Punch Man. That's how I look at it. I'm an anime fan, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? There's a character called One Punch Man, and he damages enemies, and he has like the most blank stare, like no emotions. I mean, that's Tim Duncan. That's Tim Duncan right there, like no emotions, and kills you down low. All the post moves, that bank shot. It's like the bank shot that just as soon as he let it go, if it hit the bank, if it hit that backboard, it was going in. You know what I'm saying? Just all the wars with Los Angeles and Kobe Bryant, and Shaq, um, basically coming right into the league, first team all defense, all star. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, helping basically help lead the San Antonio Spurs, even though it was, what I'm saying, it was a strike shortened year, but you know what I'm saying, basically coming into the gate, walking in, you know what I'm saying, with all the accolades, all the hype, walking out, you know what I'm saying, NBA champ, rookie of the year, first team all defense, all star. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude from day one carried San Antonio, because David Robinson, by the time he came, David Robinson was you know what I'm saying, he was he was at the end of his road, and David Robinson was gracious in giving the team to him. That's what makes David Robinson an all-time great, you know what I'm saying, and well respected, and an NBA legend for all time. just having the grace to notice that this young buck, he's going to carry the franchise, and he did. He carried it with pride. I mean, he along with Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, you know what I'm saying, led, you know what I'm saying, with Coach Pop, you know what I'm saying, leading the charge, you know what I'm saying, because they followed his lead, you know what I'm saying. But Tim Duncan, man, he was that silent assassin. He was that quiet leader. You knew what it was when Tim Duncan was on the floor. You had to be. It was excellence, man, when he stepped on the floor. So yeah, Tim Duncan. That's my number 5. That's my power forward. That's my power forward of all time. Great one. Great one. You already know. Number 4. Number 4. You should already know number 4. Number 4. When I tell you this man's name, that's the greatest small forward of all time. The greatest small forward of all time. And that is one Larry Bird. Larry Bird. Larry Bird. Could not stand Larry Bird as a kid. Could not stand the Celtics as a kid. Still to this day, hate the Celtics. I hate Boston with a passion. But damn, Larry Bird could put on a damn show. He would put on a show, put on a clinic, talk shit to your favorite player, make your favorite player look real dumb out in public. You know what I'm saying? Tell you exactly where spot he's gonna go, how many dribbles he's gonna take, which hand he's gonna let it go, which hand he's gonna let it go from, because he was deadly with both the right and the left. The man had a whole game where he scored with just the left hand. I think he scored like 36 or 38 just with the left only. You know what I'm saying? He was just a killer, just an assassin. It's just somebody that you just couldn't fuck with. I mean, the 3-point shootouts, you know what I'm saying? The 85, 86 squad that, you know, many consider the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? I think that they're the second greatest behind the 72 and 10 Bulls. But you know what I'm saying? It's like Larry Bird, man. It was like just in that garden, like when he stepped in there and he had Parrish on one shoulder, you know what I'm saying, McHale on the other, you know what I'm saying, Dennis in the front. You already know it was like it was wartime. It was game time when you came into the gardens, bro. It was a house of horrors if you was the road team. Hardly, you know what I'm saying, hardly teams, you know what I'm saying, uh, got out of there with the W, and that was Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? That was all Larry Bird. He brought that, because when he came there, you know, the Celtics, man, they hit hard times. They was on hard times, and then soon as he came in there, it's like soon as he hit the lineup, boom, they was a 60+ win team. Boom, off the rip. Like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And Larry Bird, you know, he along with Magic Johnson helped save the league. So that automatically is going to put you in GOAT status. You know what I'm saying? You are literally the savior of the league. You are the one who took the league from, you along with Magic, took the league from tape delays and you know what I'm saying, the bad reputation of the drugs and the fighting. You know what I'm saying? And you made the game, you know what I'm saying, you know, as Magic made, you know what I'm saying, the Lakers, the glamour team, you know what I'm saying, Larry Bird made the Boston Celtics that grit, that grind team, you know what I'm saying, that blue collar squad. You know what I'm saying? I could not stand them. I just could not stand them. It was just like, you just seen the Boston crowd, you seen the O'Malleys, the O'Shaughnessy's, you know what I'm saying? the McDonald's, the McCaskies, the McAllisters, the McIntoshes. This is like the McGuires. Like, geez. It was like, and they would just be just looking at the camera, just it just made you it just made you dislike Boston even more. You know, I already know, on top of the history of the city, you already know what that is. If you know, you know. But Larry Bird, that is my number 4, the greatest small forward of all time. Don't ever bring up LeBron James around me talking about he's the greatest small forward. He's not even greater than Bird. Cut it out. Cut the games. This is Larry Bird, 3-time MVP, 3-time NBA champion, not to be fucked with. The greatest, one of the greatest shooters of all time, one of the greatest marksmen of all time, one of the greatest ambassadors of the game of all time. One Larry Bird. Respect the name, respect the game. Number 3. And this one was a tough one for me. Because he's not my favorite player at the position. But because of what he did, his full body of work, you can't top it. You can't top it if you're a big man. The most accomplished big man, did it on all three levels, done it since day one. You know what I'm saying? Was the former all-time leading scorer, one of the greatest one of the greatest big men, one of the greatest sportsmen to ever grace this planet. One, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You feel me? Even though he's not my favorite player, gotta respect it. Gotta respect just everything that he's done from his high school days to the days at UCLA where he dominated, just won everything, every award, every championship, everything. Hardly ever. I don't even. I don't even know. It's like he probably got less losses than fingers, man. I mean, this dude at UCLA was so dominant, and this was him not playing as a freshman. From sophomore year on, killing it. You know what I'm saying? And he had John Wooden. John Wooden, looked at him as the greatest of all, the greatest player of all time, and many have looked at him as the greatest of all time. I mean, just the accolades going into the NBA, with the MVPs, the championships. Once he went on from Milwaukee to LA, he had some great years. He had a lot of great years, but he had some laws. He had some injuries. I mean, hey, injuries come and go, especially when you log in the mileage that he's logged in. But he kept it going, kept it moving, kept winning all the way until the end. And his attitude. Some people didn't like. Some people didn't like his views, but it wasn't about all that. Once he got in between those lines and that ball got tipped in the air, hey, Kareem was going to give it to you, man. He was going to give it to you. He was going to give it to you with the sky hook from the left shoulder, from the right shoulder. He was going to give it. He was going to give you buckets. He was going to get it for you, man. You know what I'm saying? He was going to you know what I'm saying, that steady, that he was a true leader, steady leader. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those type of guys that, even though I was a much younger guy as far as getting into the game. Once I started getting into the game, Kareem was, heading out the door. But just everything that my family had told me, my big cousins and my uncles had told me about him, and then just doing the research myself as a kid, watching the films, reading the books, you know, uh, uh, it was just like, man, he was just a winner. He was just the flat out winner. Wherever he went, it was a championship, no matter what level, and that's very rare to do. But I think that he was one of those big men who not only had greatness on the floor, but he had greatness off the floor. You know what I'm saying? Standing up for civil rights, dealing with the racism, dealing with the riots, dealing with everything that was going on in those days, in the turbulent '60s. Um, I mean, for him to stand up and be there for his people, it's an extra feather in his cap. With from me and a lot of people, because if you can stand up for your rights, definitely, and not be a corporate puppet. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to get too political, but definitely respected. So that's number three, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the most accomplished center of all time. My number two, oh yeah, my bad, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the greatest center of all time. Let me get that. Let me get that out the way too. And number two is the greatest point guard of all time. The greatest point guard of all time. You know him. I know him. I'm smiling right now just about to say his name because, man, it's like just the joy that he brought to the game. You know what I'm saying? The other savior of the NBA, Earvin Magic Johnson, the greatest point guard of all time, the maestro, the ringleader of the infamous Showtime Lakers, the running gun up and down the floor, full speed ahead in your face. Man, no look passes leading to slam dunks from Worthy and Byron Scott. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Michael Cooper coming through, swooping through with the alley oop. Man, you see him take it to the hole, fake you out, go ahead and drive on past you with a swift finger roll and cheese right in front of you, man. And I think that's it's just that the joy that he brought. His name was definitely appropriate for his game because it was magical. It was like the way that he was a maestro with that ball at his height, to have that speed, to have that dexterity, to have the court vision, the unselfishness about him, the flair, the swagger. It was just like he had it all, man. And then him going to Los Angeles was the perfect. There was no other city that could you know what I'm saying, that could house all of that but Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like Magic Johnson was made for TV. Magic Johnson's game was made for TV. It was must see TV. He was the sauce. He was the juice. You know what I'm saying? He was everything. He and Larry Bird, I'm sorry. He and Larry Bird, I mean, they saved the league. I mean, that's GOAT status right there. So, and I mean, just the popularity. I mean, people from coast to coast, they just love their style. You know, people would just flock. The Hollywood stars. He brought out the stars. I mean, it was just like when Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, the finals, when they would square up in the finals. I mean, it was a ratings dynamo. You know what I'm saying? It was booming. Man, it's such a beautiful time. It was such a beautiful time. But Magic Johnson, rookie year, coming straight into the finals versus the 76ers, injured Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, game 7, pouring in 42 with the game winning sky hook to win the championship as a rookie. I mean, day one, it was like, all right, Larry, you got the MVP. I mean, not the MVP. You got rookie of the year. Cool. I'll take this. I'll take this championship. So you already know the competition from there started. Legendary, legendary. I mean, it's just like everything about Magic. And then, the tragedy in '91 with catching the HIV virus. You know what I'm saying? That was a seminal moment in American history. That was a point in history. You know what I'm saying? That it was like, I guess, as a young boy seeing that, we were just hyped because MJ just won his first championship. And then it's like right when school was about to start, you know what I'm saying? It's like, did you hear about Magic Johnson? It's like, nah, man, what happened? And then he got HIV. You thinking that your boy playing. Like, man, stop playing, man. Like, stop playing, stop joking around. And your teacher coming through like, you guys hear about Magic Johnson? We like, wow. And it's like that was the first time that really HIV really like kind of hit home, because it was like that was somebody who you grew up and you thought, you think of your athletes as superheroes almost, and to see when your superheroes go down like that. So we all thought that, what I'm saying, Magic was going to die soon. And through the miracle of medicine, and the power of having super long dollars, I guess, Magic Johnson still here with us, thriving, gained weight, all kinds of stuff, gained weight, got his weight up as far as physically and financially. He's running things now as a business mogul, man. So Magic Johnson, number 2 of all time in my eyes, the greatest point guard of all time, Earvin Magic Johnson. And you already should know who number 1 is. The man, the jump man, Michael Air Jordan, aka Black Jesus, aka the Black Cat, aka Captain Marvel, aka Air, aka MJ, aka his airness. We could go on and on and on and on. 6 championships, 5 MVPs, rookie of the year, defensive player of the year, 3-time all-star MVP, like 2-time gold medalist, a gold medalist with FIBA. It's like, come on, college national championship. It's like, what more can I say, man? It's like the greatest sneakers of all time. The greatest sneakers of all time. Let me say that again. The greatest sneakers of all time. And to all you fanboys out here talking mess about about MJ, take them off. Take them off. Don't talk no trash. if you got some J's on your feet. All right, watch your mouth if you got some J's on your feet, because you looking real stupid. Put on them clunkers, put on them bricks. But anyways, beyond that, man, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, man, what can we say? The tongue wagging, skying through the air, the up and under, the impossible moves, that quick first step, the defense, the intensity, the long baggy shorts, chewing the gum. You know what I'm saying? The arm band on the left arm. You know what I'm saying? The sleeve on the left leg. Come on, man, hanging in the air. Just that fadeaway, the famous turnaround fadeaway. I mean, think of the moments of the shot. 63 versus the Celtics. Oh man, 91 first championship, the spectacular move, the shrug, 40 averaging 41 in Phoenix. You feel me? Ah man, it's like the last shot. The last shot, the snatch block for as a member of the Wizards. Man, is like the final All-Star game with him and Kobe going at it. The first All-Star game when Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan went at it. So many moments. The flu game. Oh man, getting his jersey snatched in Orlando and having to rock number 12. I mean, a personal one with me with Penny Hardaway. I mean, when he had the Air Jordan 11s was outlawed and he had to wear the penny, he wore the Air Zoom Penny 1. Man, that was a bug out right there as a Penny fan and a sneaker fan, man, to see Jordan not wear any Jordans and still get a business, man. It was just like there's just so many moments, man. We could just go on and on and on and on and on. MJ. What can we say that he has not touched? He is an icon, a staple in pop culture. He is the greatest sportsman of all time. He is the standard of all sportsmen. He is the standard of all champions. He is the standard of all sports. No matter what you want to be at the top of your sport, you will not be known as just the top of your sport. You will be known as the Michael Jordan of. That is the greatest compliment that a sportsman could ever get. And that is one Michael Jordan who brought that out. Man, that's so beautiful, man. The greatest NBA player of all time, the greatest basketball player of all time, the greatest to ever touch the rock, the greatest ever of all time. One Michael Jeffrey Jordan, and you already know the greatest number one at the top of top of the mountain, the zenith of all hoop heads. You already know what it is. The reason why you and I probably became hoop fans, man. MJ, bro, he was just one of a kind, bro, and it was just like a bug out just to see that, just to see everything live, just to be there, to watch it on TV, man. Turn on the TV, NBC, TNT, TBS, even WGN if you was in the Midwest. I don't even know. It might even spread even further than that, but I know in the Midwest you could watch WGN. We never missed the Bulls home game if it was on WGN. But man, so many memories, man. But that being said, man, it's your boy, man, Skinny Hardaway, about to check on out here one more time for the real hoop heads out there. Like, share, subscribe. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, and this is another another episode of Retro Heat Check. Checking out. You already know. Peace and wear your sneakers.